Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Since the day I started this channel, started posting videos around data science and data analytics, a lot of people are reaching out to me on Instagram or they're commenting on my videos regarding a video on data analyst resume. So in this video, I'm going to be covering all those points. I'm going to be addressing your request about how to create a perfect data analyst resume. To be honest, there's nothing like a perfect resume because there will always be someone who will have better qualification or better skills than you when it comes to data science and technology. But don't get discouraged. I'm going to show you how you can create a perfect data analyst resume for an entry-level data analyst position. In coming weeks, I'm going to be posting videos around mid-level and senior-level data analyst position resume as well. So if you're looking for that, stay tuned. The videos are coming out soon. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Before I show you an example resume, there are 2 points that you should keep in your mind. The very first point is that your resume should be ATS friendly. ATS is application tracking system, and this helps recruiter to filter out any resume which is not relevant to the position. So in an ATS friendly resume, there are keywords from the job posting which will match in your resume. So for example, if a position is looking for experience in SQL and if your resume doesn't have SQL word in it, your resume is going to get filtered out. But if in your resume you have SQL as experience or as qualification, your resume is going to get picked up. Second very important point is make sure that you put the best thing about you on the top of the resume. What I mean by that is, if your education is the highlight of your resume, then make sure that you put education on the top. If your experience is the most relevant and the star of your resume, make sure that you put experience on the top. The same goes for if you have any certification or if you have any award or any recognition, make sure that the best thing goes on the top of the resume. With that being said, let me show you a template resume for a data analyst position. In this example, we're going to be taking John Doe, who is looking for an entry-level data analyst position. On the very first line, John put his name with the location where he is from, his email address, his LinkedIn profile, and GitHub, followed with the summary. A summary can be anything about you, showing that you have relevant experience in the field, you have studied data science or data analytics in college, and you're passionate about the field. It gives a brief introduction about you and about yourself to the recruiter. And to be honest, recruiter usually spends 7 to 10 seconds on a resume before they move on to the next position. A summary for an entry-level position is a perfect way to show yourself or express yourself to the recruiter. Second point is education. Assuming that you are fresh out of college and you're looking for your first data analyst position, education should be the next point. Try to mention the subjects that you have taken in the college, the degree that you have graduated from, the college that you have graduated from. All these details are very important. They will also help recruiter to get some idea about your experience in the college and about your qualification in the college. This will really help them understand that whether you are the right fit for the job or not. After this comes the technical skills. Since you have already mentioned the subjects that you have studied in the college, the recruiter already have some idea about your technical skills, but it is not a bad idea to mention the skills in detail. It is very important. This is where the ATS is gonna come into picture. Make sure that you are mentioning all the requirements from the job that you are trying to apply to in the resume. Make sure if the job is looking for experience in Python, you mention Python. If they're looking for SQL, you are mentioning SQL. You may have experience in almost every programming languages out there, but if those programming languages are not relevant to the job posting, your resume is gonna get filtered out. It is not relevant if you mention everything. So it is very important that you go through the job description and select the keywords and key skills, and you mention those in this part of the resume. This will really help the recruiter to freely select your resume for the position, and you can probably get an interview just because of the technical skills that you have mentioned and your resume got selected through the ATS. Followed by this other project. Make sure that you have done few projects. If you're fresh out of college and you have no experience, try to do a capstone project. Capstone project covers all the details that you would require in the job market, and it is a good way to showcase your skill. When you are describing your project, make sure that you mention the tools that you have used and also mention the approach you have taken to solve that problem. And be ready to explain these projects to the recruiter and the interviewers whenever the interview gets scheduled. It is very important, if you do not have experience, that you have few relevant data analytic project on your resume. It can be anything, the projects that you did in your college, or a capstone project you did yourself, or a project that you just did as a part of freelance activity. Followed by that are the certificates. So there are a lot of certificates out there, and if you have taken any data analytics or data science certification, make sure that you mention that. It is very important for a fresh graduate without any experience, they mention their projects and their certification, because it gives a very good idea about your skill set and about your experience to the recruiter when you are applying for a fresh or an entry-level data analytics position. And finally, you can add all the awards that you have received over the past few years during your tenure at your college or in your school. Make sure that you describe the award and what was it about. And if that award is related to data analytics and data science, then you are in luck. All this is finally your resume. Make sure that your resume is well within one page. Do not make your resume longer than one page. First, it doesn't look good. Secondly, recruiter mostly will not even go to the second page. It is very important that you compress your resume in one page. And since you do not have any experience or very little experience, there is no way that your resume can be 2 pages long, because all the relevant information can be compressed into one page and it's gonna look super nice. And about the formatting, you can look up any format on Google. You can also take help of ChatGPT or any AI tool. There are a ton of tools out there. I also created a short video a few weeks back on resume. You make sure that you check that out. I mentioned some formatting tools that you can use which are available online to create your resume. And if you like such content, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.